Before we dive into our show, here's a message for one of our partners.
Welcome to the future. DMAP's Digicon Revolution 2024, where AI, e-commerce, data analytics, and groundbreaking tech ignite. Hear from visionaries, innovators, revolutionaries. Hands-on masterclasses to turn you into a leader, an innovator. Don't just adapt. Drive the change. In a world racing forward, be the force that leads. DMAP's Digicon Revolution 2024. Your digital future starts now. Join the revolution. Register today at digicon.com.ph.
The Pod Network Entertainment.
So welcome to Kaya Pa Ba with Baus Rufo at ang aking guest for today ay si IC Mendoza, ang aking fellow mompreneur. Nakakatawa kasi si IC dating artista, ngayon nasa agency na. Ako dating nasa agency trying to be an artista. So yan ang tinatawag nating cinematic parallels. Nakakatawa ang conversation nito dahil ang dami naming mga corporate jargon, Becky terms, and more importantly, marami kaming mga realizations. So enjoy this episode with IC Mendoza. Hello everyone! We are back here sa Kaya Pa Ba with Baus Rufo at ang aking guest for this episode, an icon, a legend, a trailblazer, signatory po siya nung Stonewall Pride phenomenon. De joke lang. And please welcome to the show, IC Mendoza.
Wow, napakaluma akong bakla. Pero thank you for that very beautiful intro. Mr. Baus Rufo, congrats on your new podcast.
Maraming salamat.
Yes.
I've been wanting to talk to you for quite some time because feel ko ang dami nating pwedeng pag-usapan.
Correct.
Pero simulan muna natin siya sa kamusta ka today?
Okay naman, can't complain. Di ba?
Gusto ko yung can't complain.
Hindi, pero kasi like ako, alam mo naman yung yung mga wins ko and
Correct.
yung mga challenges like being an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, diba? Yan ang branding. And parang, alam mo naman yan, galing ka din, agency boy ka rin before. So parang yung daily battles and wins natin, it gets tiring. Pero
Correct.
we can't complain.
We can't complain because we are moving the cultural needle kahit
Yes.
pagod tayo, diba?
Correct. Saan ako galing?
Saan ka galing?
Oh my God! No! Go! Ay, go,
Anyway,
go. Baka mabash tayo.
Baka
Go!
mabash tayo.
Okay.
Oh my God, that derailed me a bit there. Okay, so I want to talk about the cultural needle because you've been around the culture for a long time. Sinasabi ko nga, medyo nagpalit tayo ng roles, diba?
Yes.
Ikaw dati kang showbiz person na ngayon, nag-lead ng advertising. Ako dati nag-lead ng ahensya, trying to pursue a career now in showbiz.
Oo.
So parang ang dami nating sustansya
Correct,
pwedeng
correct.
pigain today. But let's start muna from the very beginning.
Since birth.
Since
din,
birth,
oh.
I mean, just the accolades lang.
Okay.
Like, you've done, how many Shake, Rattle, and Roll movies?
I did 4. Tapos pero total movies, nasa 26 or 30.
Correct.
Nasa ganun.
Yeah, 26, 30 movies. Naging talk show host ka for a long time.
10 years.
10 years, child star. Like, the credentials that you had as an entertainer, as an actor, medyo yun yung inaasam naming mga content creators ngayon, di ba? Makapag-movie, makapag-talk show, makapag-TV. And like, you have paved the way.
Wow! Lumang bakla!
Lumang bakla! You have paved the
Oh my
way!
God!
When I say paved the way, ikaw yung nag-asfalto nung tinatapakan namin.
Parang pakuya. Hindi pa.
Grabe yung accolades mo nun. And now, technically, this is like a second career. But trying to look back at that, especially now dealing with influencers who are maybe trying to emulate the career that you had before, how does that make you feel?
Well, actually, very flattered. And parang, shocks, oh my God, nagawa ko pala yun. I have some KOLs, especially Becky KOLs, na parang would reach out to me. Parang, ay, Miss IC, ikaw talaga yung pinapanood ko dati. Actually, may isang drag race queen yung sinasabi lagi na, uy, icon kita dati nung bata ako. Parang, nakaka-flatter kasi when I was younger, parang, I looked up to a lot of Becky's before me. I'm very vocal naman ako na sobrang idol ko si Tito Boy. So, and para masabihan ng gano'n na parang hindi ko naman narating yung darating ni Tito Boy. It's something that I really treasure. And alam mo yun, I really, parang I don't take it lightly. Kumbaga.
But since you were in the public eye at such an early age, medyo na-notice mo na rin siguro yung naging evolution of queer expression, how people related to queer people back then. How different was the time? Like from your POV.
Yes. I came from a time kasi na very limited the roles that we get. Parang it's either, okay, I see you're a gay sidekick. Ano ka ba? Yung mahirap na sidekick ng kontrabida or sidekick ng bida or parang one of the many sidekicks. And then, yun, nag-transition ako to hosting. Parang it was a parang avenue for me to really parang flex my other talents. Pero, ano siya, hindi rin ako yung lead doon. Parang I was part of a panel for a chismis talk show. Diba? So you could see talaga yung, I don't wanna say na stereotype ako, pero parang it's parang I could have explored more. And sobrang happy ako ngayon na I'm seeing all of these queer icons, parang front and center, para nag-show sa Araneta, critically acclaimed internationally. So nakaka-proud to be, alam mo yon, to be part of that, that generation. Kasi hindi mo naman ako ganun katanda. Nauna lang ako. pero ano siya, like back then kasi, yung career namin is dictated by executives, by our talent managers, by the by the industry. And ang maganda kasi ngayon is parang everyone who has social media, who has like talent, mag-shine talaga. So I guess parang it's easy. Hindi naman sinasabi kong easy siya ngayon. Sobrang easy siya ngayon. Pero it was way parang harder to get a break back then.
So do you find yourself kind of thinking about maybe you were way ahead of the curve and you wish na parang, kung ngayon kaya ako nagsimula sa showbiz career, do you find yourself parang going to those thoughts?
Actually, parang I wouldn't change a thing kasi I guess yung where I am now, hindi ko magagawa kung I didn't have that, yung social capital that I had with showbiz. And I'm always grateful sa lahat na nagawa ko with showbiz, with the movies, with the talk shows, with the connections I've made, with the friendships that I've nurtured. And I wouldn't get to where I am right now in my business, in my personal life, if it weren't for the showbiz career that, sort of like made me. Ganon. So, ayun, ano naman siya, I've never, hindi ko naman naisip yun na parang kung ngayon ako nag-peak or ngayon ko sinart. But I'm always grateful to be part of that batch, kumbaga.
Correct. Because you lived in a time wherein, let's be honest, most of the representation that we got for queer people, we were punchlines. Diba? Parang we were butts of the joke. Or if not, like, we were almost invisible na. Ganon tayo pinoportray. Diba? But now, medyo yung queerness mo is your superpower in the sense na ngayon ikaw na yung pumipirma ng check. Diba? Ikaw nagsasabi sa kliyente na ito ang makinig kayo sa akin, ito ang gamitin yung influencers. Ikaw nagsasabi sa influencers na, hello, meron akong malaking project for you.
Yes. At first, when we started the company and yun nga, when sabi ko nga, I'm parang the accidental mompreneur. Kasi it started as backstory muna. Parang it started as nung the talk show format sa network ko before was sort of dying. Parang I really had to pivot. Parang anong gagawin ko. So ngayon parang when we started the PR firm, that tatlo lang kami. So ngayon parang okay, sige, parang let's start it as a racket. Tas I'll do showbiz on the side. So I was acting, I was still hosting mga iba-ibang mga corp events, and I was doing the PR job on the side. Then nung lumaki na siya, fast forward ngayon pa 16 na kami. It's parang una medyo na-overwhelm ako. But at the same time, parang I really had to step up. Kasi it's yung parang the business is my baby, our baby. And I think parang yung being a leader, it's a never-ending learning process. They don't really teach it in school. Parang
pagod, no?
You just
kaya
really
quit
diba? So, diba? Pagod ka, diba?
Pagod ako.
So, pero at the same time, parang nakakapagod. Pero I find it so fulfilling na bukod sa like pagpirma ng checks, making the decisions, it's really enabling not only the creators but also parang the people within InCircle to to reach greater heights. And ang daming mga people, parang mga nag-work with us or parang people who work work for us before, yung mga nag-resign, parang we're always grateful with Encircle. Parang it opens so many doors for them. And ganun din for creators.
Yeah.
So, I think yun yung pinaka-kilig for me na parang andun na ako sa wow, Mother Lily. May pirma ng check. Pero andun na, parang andun siya sa point na parang, shucks, ang dami kasing talent.
Correct.
Na parang there was no avenue. There was very limited platforms for us to express our talents. And ngayon, parang that sort of parang gives me purpose and kilig to be able to, distribute all of these opportunities to different KOLs, whatever your tier in the ecosystem is.
And I guess it makes sense then yung naging experience mo sa showbiz.
Oo.
Because parang you bring in a lot of perspective and insight. Diba sabi mo, nung araw ko, ganito lang dapat. Keke, but lang tayo ng kaunti. Diba? But siguro, diba?
Pero totoo.
Pero gano'n, di ba? Like,
correct. Kasi parang yung parang the agency discipline na marry ko din with the showbiz experience. So I guess that's the secret sauce. Parang the agency discipline plus the showbiz network. Kaya we're enjoying what we're enjoying now in the company.
And from yung sinabi mo kanina, ang nakukuha ko is you had to pivot at really critical points in your career. Like, nung hindi na masyadong nag-work yung acting, you had to parang pivot to hosting. When the talk show was sort of kind of drying up, you had to pivot to parang opening a business. Itong sense of diskarte, and I don't know if you wanna call it course correction, have you always known that you had this in you? Or was this just upon like yung circumstances in front of you?
Well, doon ka talaga sa point na mag-iisip kapag wala kang choice. Kasi parang di ba? Parang hindi naman ako, I'm not a rich kid. Hindi ako like, I wish I was. Pero, nepo baby nga daw ako kasi apo ako ni ganyan, anak ko ni ganyan. Pero hindi naman, we're not really rich, di ba? So parang, I guess, doon ako sa point of, shucks, what will I do? Parang, what will I do? Parang, hindi pwedeng ganito. So, what will I do next? So, I guess, because of the circumstance, parang, di naman na-force to pivot, but you become creative on what to do next. And I think, yan din yung advice ko. And yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, di ba? Keep on innovating.
Correct.
Parang, wag tayo maging complacent kasi what will work now will not work next year, in 2 years, 5 years.
Correct.
Di ba? Especially we're in a space of digital na everything is so fast-paced.
Yeah, I mean, kailangan talaga lagi tayong nagtatanim.
Ito naman, ang dami ng pananim nito ni Mr. Baus.
Kailangan niya bawal mabulok, no?
Kung ako si Mother Lily ng influencer marketing, ikaw ang Boss Vic of drag.
No, and I think that's also my agency discipline coming in.
Correct.
Na parang I know na it all comes in seasons, 'di ba? And what you want is to always just plant new seeds, like open new doors para pag downward trend yung season mo next time, it's not as low as your previous downward trend. So parang you're reaching slightly better lows.
Correct,
Yung,
correct.
I
Gusto ko yung slightly better lows.
Slightly better lows. Kasi I mean, I'm sure alam mo yan.
Oo.
Pag fino-forecast mo yung benta nyo, alam mo yung seasonality.
Correct.
And you try.
Tsaka you watch the trends. Parang yun din. Parang yun din. Actually, eto, parang hindi ko naman to alam to mga bagay na to dati.
Correct.
Parang I had to, parang siya, it's very lucky to have like-minded people na mas magaling sa'yo in the business. So I guess siya, that's yun nga, constant, never-ending learning process, but at the same time, with the business, parang feeling ko may foresight sort of improved. Pero may mga hindi na uso tong tong trend na to, tong tactic na to, what will we do next?
Correct.
Parang what will we do next? Those are the questions that you have to answer.
Yeah.
Hindi lang as businessmen as like creators and artists, you have to ask yourselves that as well.
So, sinabi mo na, you were fortunate enough to be surrounded by like people who you looked up to na, I guess like who you thought were smarter than you. But yung leadership team nyo sa Encircle, if you look to them for certain things for like the business acumen, the strategic part of driving a business, yung mga tao na yon, what do they look to you for naman? Anong tingin nila ang superpower mo?
Yeah, siya, nandun naman yun sa ko. Syempre, when we do our agency reviews, including
SWOT
leadership.
analysis talaga to,
diba?
guys.
Oo. Ang corporate na usapan natin. Kala ko puro mga titi pag-usapan natin. Anyway, siya, for me, ang superpower ko is, number one, ito, lumabas naman to sa review ko. So, I'm a great problem solver.
Okay.
And ako, I guess because of my peacock personality, I could make things happen when push comes to shove. So, yun. I guess ako yung, kung may gusto ligawan, kung may gusto kalmahin, kung may gusto isolve, that's me.
Correct.
So, yun.
And I think, I'm sure this particular muscle of yours, alam mo na siyang problem solver ka nung artista ka pa lang.
Yes,
Pero,
I would say.
But now, nahanap mo na parang actually kahit saan ko pala siya dalhin, pasabog siya.
And kasi siya, parang like doing a talk show for the longest time. And doon ko din na-develop na parang, shucks, ang galing ko pala mag-pitch pag sa presentations. Kahit, alam mo yun, hindi I mean, parang you could think on your feet kagad.
Correct.
So that's problem solving.
Yeah,
diba? So I guess, I've interviewed a lot of people. Hindi lang sa studio, pati sa mga iba-ibang mga segments kung saan ako tinapon.
Lumipad ang iyong team.
Oo, yes. So ngayon parang, I guess yung gift of gab and like really connecting with people and making meaningful connections, yan yung medyo innate na rin sa akin, which is very important din in how we do business.
I love it. I love it. So, yang parang very strong people, relational or social muscle mo, I guess we can call it's maybe ₱1 million recipe if you use it in the workplace.
Correct.
Can you give me like an example wherein you use that muscle, you follow your instincts, and then kinakagat ng kliyente yung ipipitch mo, and then ang laki ng benta kasi ibang high yun eh.
Oo, sige.
Diba?
Okay. Actually, parang sige.
Hindi mo na pangalanan yung kliyente. Sabihin mo lang si Client X.
Sige. Okay. Si Client X, so we've pitched this event concept.
Okay.
Tapos ito yung pinramis namin na mga pupunta.
Okay.
So, parang parang sige, let's do yung mga macro muna para baka hindi makapunta yung mga recommendations.
Correct.
No? And nag-flex ako ng network. So napapunta. So I guess yun yung value add din namin.
Correct.
Na we don't really overpromise.
Correct.
Diba? Pero we deliver. So
Correct.
I guess yun din, parang yung aside from that, yung on-point KOL recommendations that I guess only a showbiz insider would know. Kasi like, for example, like if you approach si Celebrity A, parang you approach it yung sabihin nating traditional way on talk to their manager, email, ganyan. Versus like if parang you like a person like me who's been around for a long time nga, parang I could easily make braso na parang, ito gawin natin.
Nagagawa
so I
agad.
guess yun din yung sinasabi ng mga isang client sa amin sige, pag yung mga artista things, ibigay nyo na kay IC. So yan, yun din, I guess, na ko siya, na nagamit ko siya to my advantage. Kasi I don't only book influencers, but I also book a lot of mega celebs for endorsements. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I've had a lot of projects with your agency, and I can see, parang, I think, suki nyo na ako na content creator for like 2 years na. And nakita ko yung evolution of yung parang plantilla nyo. Kasi parang dati, when a project gets confirmed, I only talk to one person from start to finish. Tapos ngayon, parang meron nakita ko na ini-implement yung bago yung workflow sa akin. And nakakatuwa siya because I've gone through the same exercise before. So, natuwa lang ako sa'yo kasi ang sarap din maging parang corporate nerd minsan.
Oh, yes.
Parang may hypothesis ka na baka dapat ganito natin baguhin yung org structure. Tapos pag nag-work, parang sabi sa inyo, tama ako diba?
Tsaka
diba?
hindi, actually, siya, like yung company-wide SLAs, SOPs, so pinaplan siya na ganyan. Parang it's like mentally draining sometimes kasi again, hindi naman ako like I'm a corporate bitch na ngayon pero hindi ako corp before. So parang it's these are things that are very new to me but somehow sobrang na-enjoy ko siya matutunan.
Sobrang fun.
Sobrang masaya siya.
So I guess, was there ever a time na medyo kabado ka maybe talking to somebody from like the C-suite, like a CMO or a CEO or a marketing head to now na I'm sure you're fully confident na in like when you step into like a meeting room?
Yeah, actually siya. And I was flagged before by my mentors. Na kasi like, ito example, meron kaming C-suite level na client. Siya, sabi ko yung name later. Pero sabi, bulok ko na lang sa'yo. Pero naman, one of my fave clients as well. Pero like, siya, he was really giving it to us via Zoom pa nung kasi nga, siya, basta ang dami naming laughs. Pero kasi yung mga laughs na yun, sa POV ni client, mali. Pero parang it could be easily defended.
Correct.
Ako being the peacock person that I am, being the PR artista, parang, sorry kasi ganito. As in, sobrang apologetic ako. So parang dapat, ang approach pala doon is dapat dinefend ko yung team. Kasi parang nag-agree ako sa client, which is very wrong kasi CEO ako nung company, di ba? So parang hindi dapat ako nagpakain.
Correct.
So parang ako, ando naman yung client servicing discipline ko na parang
Correct.
shucks, kailangan ko umuo. Pero again, ito rin yung learning ko for the longest time na clients will appreciate if you push back and act as consultants.
Correct.
Parang wag ka maging yes man or yes woman.
Correct. Correct. Oh, may ganun ka pala. So, in fairness. And now, na-mention mo kanina, I think when you said the word enabler, parang nag-light up yung face mo. Kasi parang doon mo nahanap yung purpose talaga of like leading. What are some of your proudest moments having led, you know, a number of projects, having mentored a number of people in the industry already?
Without going into specifics siguro, siguro dun sa client side, happy ako like we've acquired 100 plus talent, 100 plus brands.
Wow.
And siya, like syempre it's not team ko lang, team lang nila Enna or team nila Denise and yung mga cool, mga fellow mommy.
Shout out!
Hi, Mommy Denise and Mommy Enna. Ayan. Siya, like it's a really collaborative effort within the, and I'm so happy na I've contributed to that milestone. Na parang I would say na parang shucks, no one can take that away from us. And then with the people, parang I get so kilig that I have some deputies na really stepping up to be, alam mo yun, future leaders din of the company. And meron ding mga people who are not in the business anymore, pero shining in different agencies with higher positions. So parang binabalikan pa rin ako, Mommy IC, ganyan. So parang nakakatuwa na parang shucks, parang may contribution ako doon.
Yeah.
So, and of course, yung campaigns that were, parang of course, we're always after client delight. And happy ako na parang aside from winning pitches, we're able to retain a lot of clients.
Yun.
So there yun nga, yung retention, yung satisfaction is there. So it's something na nakakapagod pero at the same time, shucks, ang saya, nakaka-fulfill.
Now, a quick message from one of our partners.
Welcome to the future. DMAP's Digicon Revolution 2024, where AI, e-commerce, data analytics, and groundbreaking tech ignite. Hear from visionaries, innovators, revolutionaries. Hands-on masterclasses to turn you into a leader, an innovator. Don't just adapt. Drive the change. In a world racing forward, be the force that leads. DMAP's Digicon Revolution 2024. Your digital future starts now. Join the revolution. Register today at digicon.com.ph.
How does your mom kind of view this new era of yours na kasi parang laking showbiz siya and here you are just thriving, having so many triumphant moments as a leader of an organization?
Happy naman si Mommy. Naman siya, very supportive naman siya. Even kahit ano gawin ko, she will always find a way to be proud of me. Kahit magkasala ako, maging proud siya. Ganun siyang type ng mom. Masyado siyang accepting, minsan hindi na masama. And I think, especially now na it's a world na we both are not born into. Kasi we're both born into the showbiz. Showbiz limelight. Pero for me, it's totally different path from the one that my lola paved sa mom ko din. So ito pa rin totally different. So paano siya, he would always gush about it sa colleagues niya. Na, si IC, ganito, kinuha niya ba? Parang updated yung mga iba niya colleagues sa mga brands, sa mga KOLs namin. So nakakatuwa. So yun, I guess, and yun naman yung thing with Mommy. I don't have to do so much para maging proud siya sa akin. And I hope, yun din sinasabi ko sa, when every time people ask me about my coming out story, I'm sobrang swerte with how I came out to my mom. Kasi automatic accept kagad. Because not everyone has that privilege.
Correct.
Diba? So, yun.
So, mabalik lang tayo sa parang queer representation now. Diba? Because you are part of kind of shaping the culture with the brand campaigns and the influencers, is there like a conscious effort from your end to put parang queer talents at the forefront of campaigns? Or,
definitely, yes. And kasi siya, even there are brands na, okay, baka alam yung mga brands. Pero like may mga, basta we recommended an LGBT couple. Pero I think the brand is not ready for that. Which is okay. Pero at least we pitched.
And you had that conversation.
We had that conversation. And also within the organization, we have the town hall. Meron town hall namin every Pride. So as in like lahat ng mga, as in everyone, like lahat ng mga of course mga LGBTQIA+, brothers and sisters, allies, mga straight boys, pinagpa-pride outfit talaga namin. So yun, and hindi lang siya pride just for the heck of it. Parang we really ensure that it's a thought leadership effort that encapsulates the company values, and at the same time queer representation.
Ganon. I mean, you sound like a pretty fierce leader to me.
Actually, parang na-develop na lang din. Di ba ikaw nga si Panther?
Correct.
Ako si Peacock. Mas fierce ka sa akin. Pero kasi, yung style ko kasi, I'm more nurturing, pero like, if I have to be strict, I'll be strict.
Correct.
Diba? Parang if the role calls for it talaga.
How did you parang get to land on this leadership style? Because it takes you a while Diba? Maraming mga stop and starts. Maraming times na like medyo magpa-flop ka in managing people.
Yes.
Pero like, ano yung long and winding road getting to this particular leadership style?
I think, parang yung leadership style, there's no formula for that. Kasi like when I started leading people, to be honest, medyo, parang tama to ginagawa ko? Parang I'm trying to pretend to be, okay, sige, ito ba dapat ginagawa ng boss? Pinapanood ko yung mga colleagues ko na mga matatagal ng corporate. Parang ito ba dapat? Pero I guess you have to grow into it. Kasi, I guess, yun nga, strength ko is social connection.
Correct.
So parang I leverage on that.
Okay.
Diba? And then, parang the other stuff, you learn as you go along. Pero you essentially lead with your core expertise. And ako, core ko talaga, hindi naman ako kamay na bakal Mas mas mompreneur, diba? Pero at the same time, parang kahit mompreneur na mamalo minsan, diba? So I guess, parang you have to really find your leadership style that is, of course, aligned with your personal values and aligned with the company values. And at the same time, trial and error din yan. Kasi parang pagkausap kita iba ako.
Correct.
Pagkausap ko si TM1 iba ako. Pagkausap ko si TM2 iba ako. So you really have to also know your reports. So yung mga one-on-ones very important din.
I love you're so corporate. You sound like me
diba?
like 5-7 years ago. Sobra.
Diba?
As in like, oh my God, puro jargon.
Diba?
Pero sige, hugot tayo ng kaunti dahil nga talagang nam mo tong parang corporate era mo. Can you share with us like the toughest time wherein you had to be the mom but also had to make like a very tough decision for, I don't know, somebody sa team mo or somebody sa company?
Yeah, I had to let go like of for a few people. So yun, kasi ako naman, I don't like parang not regularizing or not or letting go of people. Kasi syempre, ang sakit di ba? Parang and I'm dealing with like bagets here. So yun, parang okay, I had to really be intentional dun sa KPIs sa company and who are those people na parang medyo tagilid and will not meet those KPIs. And you're doing a disservice to them if you don't trim them or let them go. So yun, parang after nung Zoom, umiyak ako. Pero syempre hindi ako umiyak habang sinasabi ko. Pero kasi, ang sakit kasi parang they really want to do they want to learn pero they're not quite there yet. Yung ganun. So yun, I guess yun yung that's one hard part. May isa pa ako example. Siguro marami ka rin kasi akong mga kinakausap na managers na medyo, I mean, I love the KOL partners that we have, yung mga ibang managers, pero marami talagang mga medyo unprofessional kausap. Like, mga, for lack of a better term, medyo bastos. I don't like dealing with them. Kasi ayoko nilalabas din yung bitches sa side ko Pero like, parang if push comes to shove,
sasabayan mo sila.
Tsaka hindi, sasabayan ko, pero corporate speak pa din.
Correct.
Pero parang yun, doon sila na pero ayoko kasi nakikipag-away din
Correct.
Pero like
as a peacock.
Pero at the same time, pag minumura mo na yung
tao mo.
yung people sa in circle, ba't kita bibigyan ng busina din, 'di ba?
Correct. So mother hen ka na talaga.
Mother hen. Oo. So parang yan, very rin ako Parang ayoko din like okay pag may nag-escalate na sa akin ng mga tao kasi problem solver ka. Sige, solve natin problem na to. Pero kung ayaw mong makinig, sige, murahin din kita. Kasi at the end of the day, parang hindi sa pag-ano, you really have to be nice to your agencies.
Correct.
Kasi your agencies, we recommend, di ba? We recommend you guys. Yun naman yung mga majority of the time, parang it's really the brands who champion you guys,
Correct.
di ba? So you really have to talk to us with more refinement, di ba? Pakyo kayo. Joke na.
No, actually yung mga ganyan, medyo hindi naman favorite, pero parang pag feeling ko may nangaaway sa tao ko, medyo na-excite ako kasi parang, lagot kayo sa akin pag dinefend ko yung tao ko. Like, itigil nyo na yan ngayon pa lang. Kasi kung hindi nyo itigil yan, lagot kayo sa akin.
Correct.
Medyo parang gusto ko rin naman i-flex yung parang pagiging mompreneur ko sa mga bagets.
And same, ako gagawin ko siya. For sure. Pero para na ayoko kasi nakikipag-away. Pero I will do it.
Correct.
Oo.
Correct.
Yes.
So marami kang ni-mentor ng mga bagets, 'di ba? Alam ko naman yung team mo like very young. Like what have you noticed about this generation?
Sige, yung one thing that delights me, particularly to the team that we have is, yun nga, lagi sinasabi, di ba, Gen Z, tamad, parang entitled. Parang ako, swinerte ako siguro sa mga Gen Zs kasi like, I really see their drive. As in like, parang, sila, parang if they really set their mind into what they're doing, parang pack na pack and polished. Siguro yung parang hindi ko pa magets is, we came from a different generation wherein ang work culture iba.
Correct.
And tayo kasi di ba, parang
until it's done.
Until it's done, kailangan
correct.
Hanggang Saturday, Sunday, di ba, ganun tayo. Which is yun yung kino-course correct ngayon. Pero kasi may mga iba ring mga ibang younger people na parang okay, easy to okay, sige. Stop na ng work at 5 p.m. relax. Okay lang naman yun, di ba? Pero I guess parang we have to be really conscious of our deliverables and goals.
Correct.
And tayo kasi, and I'm not sure kung sino mali, kung tayo
or sino ring tama. Oh.
Diba? Kasi mali mo yung ways of working pala natin all this time. Mali mo tayo na pala yung mga boomers.
Correct.
So parang ako, I take it with parang case-to-case basis. May times, pag hindi naman kailangan, sige, okay lang, pagpabukas na yan. Pero pag may kailangan talaga i-rush, pag yung client is like asking, parang guys, let's make it happen. So I think siya, parang especially with different generation, very crucial to have that sort of open line of communication. And parang tayo, as tayo matatanda, dapat tayo yung
Sinama mo pa ako!
As tayo yung mga nag-a-adjust ng mga reports natin na parang guys, eto. And we have to empower them to speak up also.
Correct.
Yun.
And I think that's one shift na witness ko in the last like 10 or 12 years. Definitely mas open na yung line of communication now. Like between, the managers and the C-suite and the execom. It doesn't always lead to the most productive conversations, but I feel like ultimately it is better because we get to hear both sides.
Yes, correct. And ako parang ayoko rin parang I don't want to have biases. Kasi like ako, ang dali ko magka-bias eh. Pero I mean, parang pero like you're really parang if a lead or an owner or a manager of a company, you really have to like, as hard as it may be, parang let go of all biases, of all feelings to really, alam mo yun, know the problem or the objective at hand. Diba?
So, pag nasa job interview chair ka, ano usually hinahanap mo? Meron ka ba mga Miss Universe questions?
Meron, syempre yung mga technical questions parang medyo boring na. Pero like, meron ako mga yung mga, what is the one thing that will make you stop working? Mga ganon.
Tapos, what are some of like, the exciting answers you've heard?
Parang actually wala lahat puro family problem. Wala masyadong worthy of engagement. Pero like maraming mga heartfelt naman. So parang meron din parang yung kids or family or parang kung meron siya anxiety or whatever. Pero yun nga, parang ikaw, sige boss, what is the one thing that will stop you from working? I mean, kahit hindi working as in work stop ka forever. Parang for that day lang.
That day.
Parang
ako syempre health talaga.
Health.
I think and I guess more than it's a common answer. I think right now the culture, talagang grabe natin pahalagahan ng health na now.
Yes, correct.
So I think yun ang isasagot ko.
Yes, kasi you can't do all your planting seeds.
Correct.
Kasi health is encompassing.
Correct.
Both mental and physical.
Akin ang Miss Universe question ko nun sa job interview is like, what is one lesson you learned the hard way?
Sige, ako magtanong, lesson? You heard? Ganun magtanong.
Miss Janina, What is one lesson you learned the hard way?
Uy, magandang tanong yan ah.
Kasi kaya ako tinatanong yun kasi parang I'm not necessarily looking for vulnerability, but I want to see how they respond when they talk about failure.
Correct.
Kasi alam mo naman sa trabaho natin, they're gonna be failing a lot.
Yes.
As in, madami. So, doon pa lang medyo gusto ko na makita ng glimpse of their character.
Correct. And ano kasi yan like failure, it's inevitable, kumbaga, lalo na sa line of work ng agency.
Correct.
Pero like, I guess, tama yung question na yan. Parang kailangan manggaling sa space of vulnerability. Hindi, okay, pasikat, puro flex. Yes.
So dahil nandun na tayo at vinolunteer mo na, what do you consider to be a big failure? Na siguro then, you looked at it as parang it was a big failure and now parang siguro may lesson na or it has made sense na what is one thing?
Sige, without revealing too much, siguro I had a serious legal problem before.
Okay.
And it was it was resolved.
Okay.
Pero again, it's parang if it didn't happen, it wouldn't catapult me to where I'm at now. Where I am now. Kasi it was like an effing wake-up call. Parang, huy, I see.
Correct.
Diba?
Sige. So, dahil nga, failure is inevitable in the workplace. How do you deal with failure in the organization when it's with your junior? Kasi you have to play the role of the mom and kind of solve the problem together. How do you parang navigate that conversation when you're trying to solve something with their little one?
Yes, actually parang I won't sugarcoat. If it's family, parang ito yung nangyari. Objective, 'di ba? Parang alis ang feelings. Ito gagawin natin. Anong tingin mo gagawin natin? So parang I want them to I want them to react kung anong gagawin nila. Parang syempre, I don't want to spoon feed it all. So this is a problem. What do you think we should do? And then after nun, kung may na sila, then after nun, sige. I'll build on that answer. Then after nun, we'll solve it together. And ako, parang yan din ang I don't like throwing people under the bus.
Correct.
Sobrang wrong yun.
Hindi ito who should go home tonight and why.
Correct. So parang pag-report mo, protect.
Correct.
Coach sa gilid. Then pero like yun din yung isa ko pang mistake before. Like parang I like to call out people. Pag sa public chat, oy, please ganito, ganyan. So parang may mga nasasaktan pala doon. So parang pag you celebrate publicly, pero you reprimand privately. Parang para at least yung, especially parang with people of positions of power, like that's very important for a person's dignity. Kasi like for us wala lang, 'di ba? Okay, saway kasi masadali sa lahat ng chatroom eh.
Correct.
Pero people seeing it, parang for them, parang shocks. And that's a lesson na natutunan ko rin the hard way kasi napagsabihan din ako. Which is yes, ayun na ginagawa ko ngayon. Pag I'm very let's celebrate, galing-galing mo, private chat. Pero pag may mali, call. Tayo lang dalawa.
Tama yan. I mean, medyo uncomfortable yung mga calls but it's necessary eh.
Correct.
Kailangan So, I feel like you're fully coming into your own as a leader of an agency, but what parts of the job of the industry do you still want to learn? Are there parts of it na parang feeling mo, hindi, kailangan ko pa talagang galingan tong... Like, it can be as trivial as kailangan matuto ko mag-Excel. I know, diba? Ano ba?
Excel, master na ako sa Excel. Siguro, like, building new verticals. Like, ngayon kasi, like, agency, diba? Pero I want to further dive into pa, like, parang how to make products out of like the space that we do.
May share ako sa'yo dyan, pero off the record na. Kasi may mga isa-suggest na ako.
Perfect! Love it!
I mean, yeah. So
yun, I think ngayon kasi parang yung agency galawan.
Correct.
I mean, I know it na. Pero I guess, doon sa like, the future proofing of the company is something that I want to learn from, and that's why parang we got a new managing director as well to mentor us to like do all of these things. So very exciting times for Insert.
Grabe, gusto ko yung like yung future proofing kasi sobrang I'm sure. Gaano kadalas kayo mag-business review? Every month, every quarter?
Half la. H1, H2.
Talagang kailangan siyang gawin, no?
Oo, kailangan. Kasi parang how do we pivot? Okay, parang will it work pa rin ba itong ginagawa natin for next year? Baka hindi na. So, you really have to be on top of the trends. And naman, parang solid naman yung team in like navigating this very unpredictable landscape together.
This climate.
Diba?
Diba?
This climate. I love
Correct,
it.
climate. Mga natutunan mo sa climate, social capital, mga ganon.
correct.
So I think dahil meron ka na ng muscle ng pagbe-business review, do you apply this in your personal life? Kasi it's quite healthy and it kind of shows you what the problem areas are.
Yeah, correct. No, and
diba?
yeah, so ano siya, before kasi hindi ako magaling I don't like keeping track of things. As in nung showbiz days ko, like, ang dami ko kinita sa showbiz. I mean, may napundar naman ako some, pero like, I could have like, parang maximized my finances more when I was younger. Pero now na parang, I guess mas lucrative na rin ang business for me, na-apply ko yung like, tracking with my expenses, with my long-term goals, short-term goals. Na-apply ko yung personally. So parang it's something na parang shocks, without even me knowing it, parang tinreat ko siya as racket before. Wow, ano pala siya. Na-enrich yung mga ibang parts ng buhay ko. Even my relationships,
Yes,
diba?
good. So, what is your latest long-term goal? Anong bagong nadagdag sa long-term goal mo?
Well, ngayon, it's really, parang, I think I'm not leaving In Circle anytime soon. Wala naman ako balak mag-exit pa. Anyway. Pero, one of my long-term goals is really future-proofing the company. Pero, yes. And, ano pa ba? Long-term goal is, be a mom
Be a
of
mom.
3. Hindi. Pero yun, actually, so far, yun pa lang muna.
I love it. So, for the last question dito sa show namin, usually nag-acting workshop ako dito.
Okay, go.
Okay, so, go back to a time, siguro nung one really low moment when you were still a celebrity, maybe when you were trying to pivot nga from one plane to another. What would the IC now tell that person who was just trying to get through the day? What would you
Parang
tell?
living paycheck to paycheck.
Correct.
Hanap racket para
Correct.
oh my God. So, anyway, ano ba? Saan ako tatapag dito ba?
Nananawagan po ako.
Ano ba? Siguro, okay, as I say, keep the faith and you'll do amazing things. Basta be kind always and seek your tribe. Kasi I guess, yan yung parang there are times na we like to isolo yung problems natin. But parang find those parang sounding boards. Your tribe, your mentors, and then you'll do good and great things.
Ganon, lalim. Yeah.
Taray, ganda ng tanong.
Ganon, syempre, diba? Artista ka, diba? Pakita mo na nag-acting workshop ka. Diba? But that is it for our episode today. Kaya pa ba? Featuring the one and only IC Mendoza. So, maraming salamat, sis. I
Yes.
love you so much.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Where can the children find you?
Yes, I'm in my office. Yes, of course, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, ic.mendoza. So ano naman ako doon, I'm always on IG stories posting my daily adventures as a mompreneur. Yes.
Alrighty, that's it. See you next time, guys. Bye!
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.